Revelation 10, verses 9 and 10. And I went unto the angel and said unto him, Give me the little book. And he said unto me, Take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey. And I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up, and it was in my mouth sweet as honey. And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter. Kal halal Yahawah Ba'Hashem, Yahawashi Ba'Hashem, Ruach HaKodash. Double honors the Apostle and Elders of Great Millstone, where I learned this truth from. Peace and salutations, their brothers on down, teaching, preaching, pushing this gospel. Good news, the four corners of the earth, waking up the hopeful elect of the house of Israel. Greetings also to the few sisters that tune into these video epistles. Hope you're edified, built up by the power of truth that's coming out of this book. It's our book, the holy book for the holy people. We're calling the lesson just a brief look at this here. We're calling it the offensive, bittersweet gospel of Yahawah, Baha, Yahawashi. Those are the true names of the power that we serve. Yahawah being the Father, Yahawashi being the Son. And we're going to go straight into this word here, offensive. What does it mean? Wrote down a few words here affiliated with this word here: disagreeable to the senses, horrible, awful, ugly, shocking, etc. You get the idea. And a lot of the apostles, I think maybe all of them, when they heard this, when they received the revelation of what was to come, it affected them greatly. Many of them were ill, their stomach was sick and what have you. The angel, and at times, I remember Ezra, he had to brace him, pick him up, said, "Come on, Ezra, stand up manfully." That's how disturbing this message is. It's just not for everyone. We're going to get some of the bitter aspects. Let's get some of that in Deuteronomy 28. I've got about 4 verses here I want to read, but you could read all of them from 15 to 68 of the bitterness of this truth. And we have to accept it. We've got no choice. Deuteronomy 28, let's get a few examples here. I think we got Deuteronomy 28, let's get verse 30 for an example of the bitterness of this truth. Verse 30, thou shalt betroth a wife. We should read 15 first. Because the first 14, 15 verses speaks of the blessings if you behave yourselves and follow the law, statutes, and commandments that I'm giving to you, the children of Israel. That's who we are. That's what this message is all about, the gospel of reconciliation. The children of Israel being reconciled, brought back into the friendship of our power. Once again, got nothing to do with anybody else. They're all getting ready to go into slavery. Verse 15 here of Deuteronomy 28, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. As the madness of this church outside of my house is just starting here, I was trying to beat them to get this lesson done. Anyway, we'll soldier on. Verse 30, thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. This is the bitter aspect of this gospel. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shall not gather the grapes thereof. Yeah, because somebody else is getting the fruits of our labor. Verse 32, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. And that happened to us time after time after time. Slavery after slavery, and there shall be no might in thine hand. What about verse 36? The Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone. And the two major so-called religions that have the children of Israel all caught up is this the Christianity that you can probably hear in the background. These churches here, they can, up in the hills, you can just start a church anywhere, in your front yard, backyard, anywhere, and it's quite fine with the authorities, as long as you give them their cut and you don't go against whatever it is they're telling you you can and can't do. And then the other one, of course, is Islam, Muslim. It's got the children of Israel all caught up, wood and stone, and a variety of other religions that we're caught up in. verse 36. What about, well, might as well read 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword. Look at the state of the children of Israel. We're a joke, people. Look, what are those the children of... Those cannot be the children of Israel. They can't believe it. But they're going to find out real soon, because the Most High is making a real difference. Just now, among all the nations whither the Lord shall lead thee. What about verse 41? Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them. Why not? For they shall go into captivity. That's slavery, one after the other, after the other. We've got to read verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. The distance between Israel and Egypt, it wasn't no need. You can't go with ships. You could walk. This is speaking of a different Egypt. Egypt is synonymous with our bondage. Listen, Deuteronomy 28:68, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. This is slavery, and no man shall buy you. That's to say, no man shall redeem you. Only Yahawashi, he's our redeemer. That's what his name means. He's our high priest, mediator, intercessor. He's everything to us. And what about the sweet aspects? You could read the whole of this chapter here to get the full gist of it. But what about the sweet aspect of this gospel, the gospel of reconciliation? What about it? Isaiah 14:1-2, for example. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. Remember, he's a power that cannot lie, and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, meaning the Israelite foreigners. Remember, we've been spread to the four corners of the earth. We look like the other nations. We're worshiping their gods. We're doing everything. But if we're of the elect, Lord willing, we're of that number. We will be joined back together with our power. Where are we? And set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord. For servants and handmaids, they're getting ready to take our place in slavery. There's a trading places, just like that movie, Trading Places. Servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. That's the sweet. Let's get some more of the sweet. Matthew 24. Go from 30, red letter Yahawashi speaking, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man, Yahawashi, coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory on top of this massive fathership. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, and from one end of heaven to the other. This is the sweet part of the message. Love reading that. Love it. Love it. 1 Corinthians 15:24. Then cometh the end, when he shall have delivered up the kingdom to the Most High, even the Father, when he shall have put down all rule and all authority and power. See? The earth belongs to him, and he's getting ready to come back and claim it. We're keeping this real short here. These lessons just can't get uploaded. Upload and download speeds are getting worse here instead of improving. Hebrews 8:10. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, said the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind. These idiotic Christians, they claim that the Most High, he sent his son and he's fulfilled all of them, and thinking that all of these laws, they don't matter anymore. Well, if they don't matter, why is he going to be putting them back into our minds? We're going to be reprogrammed with the laws, statutes, and commandments inside. We won't be able to sin anymore. And sin was like our kryptonite. This was a cause of death in the first place. Read it again. Hebrews 8 and verse 10, which is repeating what was in It's Jeremiah 31:31, and it's also in Ezekiel, but let's go. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws in their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a power, and they shall be to me a people. This is the sweet. The other nations, other 17, they're getting ready to go into captivity. Do you believe the report? We're going to hold it there. This is the offensive, bittersweet gospel or message of Yahawah. Baha, Yahawashi, Shalom. Until the next lesson.